Hello, this is a recap of a Japanese movie called Terraforms. Please don't forget to subscribe. Let's begin. Far in the future, overpopulation is about to destroy the planet Earth. To create a backup plan in case our ecosystem fails, humans decided to change the atmosphere of Mars and make it stable for human existence. The process is called terraforming. They start by growing a simple form of life like moss on its surface. The moss will help to increase the temperature of the planet and make it similar to the Earth's temperature. To spread moss over its surface, genetically engineered cockroaches are sent. It is now the year 2497. Somewhere in Tokyo, two criminals named Komoshi and Nanu are being chased by the police. They run frankly through the crowd but are caught. As the police surround them, a futuristic vehicle levitates in the sky and lands nearby. Inside the vehicle is Dr. Honda and his assistant. They are there to fetch the two criminals and use them for their own benefit. The doctor offers them to be a part of the Mars colonization mission. Komochi and Nanu will have to go to its surface and eradicate all the cockroach colonies since they are no longer needed. Dr. Honda promises to pardon their crimes if they agree to participate. The duo accepts the offer. Cut to 2 years later, Nanu and Komochi are now trained and are flying to Mars with other criminals like them in a spaceship called Bugs 2. Nanu is always skeptical of their competence because their team is made up of thugs and criminals. As she is talking to Komochi about the matter, the ship's captain, Kusuki Dumaja, informs them that the ship is about to land on Mars surface. She orders everyone to prepare for landing. After they finally touch down on the planet, they see that Mars is no longer red like it used to be. Rather, it looks more like Earth, spread with green moss. Lieutenant Mina launches a device that secretes chemical into the air to kill the cockroaches. The captain then orders them to spread around in a group of two and see if the eradication process is working. They plan to meet in 3 hours and choose their team members. A team member named Asuka is paired up with Yakuza, but she strangely insists on being with the group's computer specialist Ichiro. The captain accepts the request, not wanting a conflict to arise. The team's drones then locate another ship sent years ago called the Bugs 1 nearby. Dojima contacts the doctor and tells him they are ready for the first contact. The doctor starts jumping excitedly, anticipating the result of the mission. The group then step on the surface and start searching for dead cockroaches. Two group members named Jen and Maria are confused to see no cockroaches on the moss. As they continue looking, suddenly the two come across strange creatures standing right in front of them. They quickly hide behind a rock in fear. They had not been told about such large creatures who look like human-sized anthropomorphic cockroaches and have clubs as weapons. Meanwhile, Komochi and Nanao, who are also looking for dead cockroaches, come across the same creature. Komochi is fascinated and tries waving at it, but within seconds the creature attacks Nanu and snaps her neck. It then runs away in a flash, leaving Nanu's limp body on the ground. Nanu dies in Komochi's arms and he watches her in distress. Just then, Jin's team arrives and tells Komochi about their encounter. The creatures have also killed Asuka. They rush back to the ship and tell the captain about the creature, only to find out that the captain knew about them from the very beginning. He was ordered not to tell the team members about the creature by the doctor. The captain explains that the cockroaches that were sent 500 years ago evolved at a rapid speed because of the abundance of radiation and now have turned into creatures stronger than humans. Now the doctor appears as a hologram in front of the team and assures them they have nothing to worry about. The doctor had been preparing for this very moment for a long time. He has prepared distinguished injections for every member that will grant them the superpowers of several insects. The drug will enhance their DNA by combining it with that of the insect. Using those unique powers, they can battle the evolved cockroaches. However, the members do not want to fight the cockroaches, rather they want to abort the mission and fly back to the Earth immediately. But soon, their ship is surrounded by the creatures. One brave team member named Godly volunteers to divert the cockroaches until the other restarts the craft. He heads outside and injects himself with the chemical that the doctor had provoked it. As soon as he does that, a rapid mutation starts inside his body, turning him into a hybrid between human and the ground beetles. Now, he is able to shoot out flames from his body as beetles do. With his new powers, Lee battles the cockroaches, who seems to be as powerful as him. He uses his unique power and shoots fire from his hand. The force from the flames pushes the creatures back and burns them. But when it subsides, it is seen that only the exoskeleton of the creature is burned. A cockroach then runs towards him and kills him in a flash. Meanwhile, another cockroach latches itself to the spaceship and breaks its window. It enters the craft and immediately kills two of the members, making the other fear for their lives. The captain quickly injects himself with the drug and starts to evolve. His DNA is mixed with the DNA of bullet ants, so he has the ability to carry things that are 100 times their weight. The captain then easily smashes the cockroach to the floor and they kill it. The team celebrate, but their happiness is cut short when they notice a crowd of cockroaches hiding toward the ship from the radar. Knowing that they cannot battle them all, everyone decided to take off and go back to the Earth. However, when the lieutenant tries to start the ship, the engines malfunction and the system shuts down. It seems as though someone has deliberately sabotaged the ship to stop it from taking off. The captain quickly thinks of a plan. He wants the team to go to the Bugs 1 and brings all the necessary parts they will need to fix Bugs 2. While he fights the cockroaches, everyone agrees, but Ichiro asks to stay behind with the captain and help him. Before making his way to the other ship, Komochi goes to see Nanu's corpse for the last time. He notices weird strange coming out of her mouth, but doesn't think much of it. Now the team gets inside the Mars rover, which will have to travel through a horde of cockroaches. A member named Tezuka offers to help them avoid the creature and injects himself with the drug. He evolves into a Mackley bug who can shoot out projectiles of gases in the form of flame at a very high speed. He uses his power to propel the Mars rover through the crowd of cockroaches. Meanwhile, the captain fights the cockroaches inside the ship with all his might, but more and more of them keep entering. He quickly makes his way to the control room and vacuum out the oxygen inside the ship, so all the cockroaches inside would die due to suffocation. His plan works, and so the cockroach starts to fall unconscious, but the lack of oxygen harms the captain as well, making both him and Ichiro fall to the ground. At the same time, the team inside the rover sees something massive approaching them. When they get a clear look, they are surprised to see a massive wave of millions of cockroaches coming their way. Tezuka still doesn't back down and uses all his power to propel the ship forward. They strike the creature and soon land safely on the other side of the cockroach wave. The group then happily moves forward, but not long after, another wave approached them. This one is even larger than the other wave, containing of millions of creatures. Tezuka cannot handle them together, so two of the team members, named Maria and Osako, transform themselves into their hybrid version as well. The three try their best to fight off all the creatures, but the rover flips and aggressively lands on the ground. The three are thrown to the ground, while ones inside the rover are knocked out. The rover turns out to be an autopilot mode and takes the members to the destination ship. Tezuka, Maria, and Osaka try fighting the horde of creatures, but are eventually killed. When the group inside the rover gains their consciousness back, they are already at the Bugs 1. They make their way inside while two members guard the entrance. Mina tries to run a diagnostic of the ship, and they soon realize that the ship transmitting data to someone on Earth. Just then, the group hears gunshots and rushes outside. Both of the guards have been killed. The cockroaches have found the weapons in the bugs and run using them to fight. Komochi injects himself with the drug and mutates into a massive hornet. With his newfound powers, he can punch holes through the cockroach bodies and kill them in one go. Jin does the same and turns into a desert locust that can jump to a 90 stories height, while Mia transforms into a praying mantis that can slash the cockroaches into pieces. The team battles the cockroaches and kills them in no time. The scene changes to the doctor calling someone. The phone is picked up by one of the cockroaches on Mars. Unlike other cockroaches, it can speak Japanese and communicate with the doctor. He warns the insect not to get close to Komochi once he transforms because his insect is extremely dangerous. After ending the call, the cockroach goes inside the ship Bugs 2 and recirculates the its oxygen. Then the creature's body tears down the middle and emerges a transformed Osaka from inside. The team has thought that she was dead, but it's turned out that she was on the doctor's side the whole time. Her unique power after being injected is that she has the ability to control the cockroaches' minds like an emerald cockroach wasp. So she manipulates the insects to go against each other and survive. She then kills the captain and pours water in Ichiro's body. Ichiro too has been in the plan since the beginning. His body has transformed into the essence Coronamide, a creature who can survive in extreme conditions and only needs water to reactivate. The doctor has assigned them on a mission to bring a cockroach's egg back on Earth, so the Japanese government can breed them and use them to strengthen their military. This was their prime mission, and the cockroaches emulating mission was just a decoy. Ichiro and Asuka then takes off the ship with the egg in it. However, the egg starts to hatch midway and gives birth to two evolved cockroaches. Asuka tries to use her power to control them, but it doesn't work. The creatures are far more evolved from the others, making them the most powerful ones of them all. They kill Asuka and they call their own kind for help. The cockroaches on the surface hear the call and flap their wings to fly to the ship. When a swarm of cockroaches latches into the ship, it starts to malfunction and they crash inside Bugs 1. The evolved cockroaches come out of the ship and order the other to attack Komochi and the group. Komochi injects himself with the other dose of the drug, speeding his evolution. They not have much difficulty fighting the normal cockroaches, but the evolved ones are hard to defeat. One of the kills Mina after ripping her arm off. Jin injects himself with the second dose of the drug while Komochi is on his third dose. With their heightened powers, they kill more cockroaches rapidly. However, the creatures are nowhere near backing down. Jin injects himself yet again and develops a pair of wings. Now, the cockroaches fly in the sky and battle him. They attack the two in waves and do not die down because of their number. Eventually, Jin realizes that to defeat them, they should defeat the evolved leader. He injects himself multiple times with the drug, speeding his transformation and making it irreversible with every dose. After that, he kicks one of the leaders and knocks his head off with immense power. But now, he has used all his power and can't fight anymore. Komochi tries defending Jin from the other leader, but is defeated easily before the leader can kill them. A magical glowing creature comes flying towards them. It is spread glowing dust all around as everyone looks at it in awe. The flying creature is Nanu, who has evolved into her final form. Komochi flies toward Nanu, but before he can get her, one of the cockroaches fires at him. However, the dust Nanu had spread turned out to be a tiny explosive that caused a chain of explosion, taking all the cockroaches with them. Jin flies away before the explosion can get him and saves Komochi just in time. However, Nanu dies in the explosion. Sometime later, Komochi wakes up and sees Jin has completely turned into an insect. Jin asks Komochi to go to the earth without him, as this is his new life now. Komochi obliges and makes his way to the ship. Before he can reach inside, he sees that the leader is still alive. He punches the weak cockroach but spares his life out of kindness. Inside the ship, he finds Ichiro still alive. Ichiro saves Komochi's life by shooting the cockroaches behind him. The two then finally launch the escape boat and they fly away to Earth as the cockroaches watch them. Back on Earth, the doctor notices that Ichiro has hacked into their system and is broadcasting the wild encounter worldwide. The doctor's assistants start to panic now that the Japanese government secrets is being revealed to the world. However, the doctor seems calm and says that he will sell all the bugs to data to the other government of the world that are willing to buy them. The assistant points her gun at the doctor as she turned out to be a spy for the Japanese government, but the doctor is ready for the attack, dodging the bullet with a protective barrier. He then kills the assistant with a poison that was inserted in the lab in the case of an emergency. Back in the spaceship, Ichiro vows to expose everyone involved in the mission. When asked what he wants to do when he gets back to Earth, Komochi replies that he will make tombs in the memory of everyone who died and then comes back to Mars again.